Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, man. Shout out to the homie John Boxing. John Boxing Pound for Pound. Go subscribe to his channel. Please subscribe to John Boxing's channel. John Boxing needs to have at least 1,000 subs. You know, that's gonna be my duty this year, because I want to get those guys like Ben Saucy Boxing and John Boxing to 1,000 subs. John Boxing did lost like a couple of channels, you know, but I want you to subscribe to John Boxing. I want you to subscribe to Ben Saucy Boxing. All right, check this out, man. I just saw a video by John Boxing. Another great video, another great content as usual with John Boxing. The dude knows his shit. He keeps it real from his perspective, just like I do. But one thing I can't stand as far as certain black people go is fucking lying, you know, amongst, you know, the black community, and as far as the racism that is endured, not just in life in general, but sports, okay? And particularly sports. Anybody that say racism doesn't exist in sports, you fucking crazy, because I'll provide proof. Baseball. If you look at baseball, the percentage of African-American baseball players are black, you know what I'm saying? None white, none Hispanic, none whatever. In baseball, the percentage is disturbing. I know it's 41 million blacks according to the latest census in the United States, but the percentage that's playing baseball is appalling. But then again, to a certain degree, baseball has never been looked upon in the black community as the cool sport. The cool sport was always either being a boxer, a football player, or a basketball player. But as you see, Major League Baseball is not reaching out to the black community neither. Going into the black community, going into the hood, trying to get blacks to sign up for baseball, because I think they like it the way it is, where it's predominantly white. Okay, that's fine. Okay, because I know somebody gonna say, well, you guys got basketball and you got football, so can we have Major League Baseball? Yeah, you can. Fine with me, but I'm just making a point. You don't want us to play Major League Baseball. So you're not trying to get us into Major League Baseball, because you feel like if you started going to the hood, going to South Central, going to St. Louis, you know, going to Oakland. And the funny part about it is some of the greatest baseball players that ever played came out of Oakland. Frank Robinson, you know what I'm saying? And the dude that's responsible for free agency, Kurt Flood, is from Oakland. Real talk. So to sit up here and say that it's no racism in sports, or it's not that much, and you try to play that, oh, well, I see it, but at the end of the day, look, cut the shit. Stop being a fraud. Stop being a fucking liar. Well, then again, do you. But you got to ask yourself, do you believe the shit that come out your mouth like Stephen A. Smith? Obviously, Stephen A. Smith don't believe the bullshit that come out his mouth. Because if that's the case, he would have stayed there and talked to me. But he ran and took off like a chick. But now you see why people wear Air Jordans, because he did have on Jordans when he took off. You know, he had on the low top 12s. So now you see why he got out of there so fast, because he had on Jordans. But nevertheless, you gotta keep it real, man. They try to say, well, people don't like certain fighters or certain basketball players because of their attitude. The thing is, in sports, and it's always been proven, white people don't like black men that have an opinion. Now, here goes the thing. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was a good dude, and he still is a good dude. But he was outspoken about racism and white supremacy. And his message it wasn't even aimed towards what you would call, quote unquote, that they accused me of being anti-white and all that shit. He basically talked about what was going on in the black community. He never said white people do this, white people do that. He just talked about, I see a system of racism with black people. His message was never like how my message is. I blatantly put it out there. Hey, you know what group of people is committing these acts of racism. But he still caught flack. White people in particularly hate black people with an opinion. You know what I'm saying? With me, I'm the real NWO. Not New World Order. Nigga with an opinion. Nigga with an opinion. I'm the real NWO. The 1LBZ is part of the NWO. Okay? John Boxing is part of the NWO. Ticket TV is part of the NWO. 7-8 Sports is part of the NWO. Dante's Boxing Nation is part of the NWO. Quest X, NWO. Coach Shelton Harrison, NWO. General Africa, NWO. J-Dog, NWO. Nigga with opinion. Niggas with opinions that you can't take, that you hate. Like I said, if we was, like I said, I already know all of us probably would have over 100,000 subs if we type about, yeah, man, hey, I hate blacks that complain about racism and you know, and talent overrules race. Bullshit. If that's the case, how come Andre Ward got all the hate that he received? Man did everything right and people still found something wrong with him. Same thing with Crawford. A lot of people despise Crawford. Crawford ain't one of those dudes that talk like, you know, Adrian Broner. He's relatively quiet, but people find something wrong with him. You could be politically correct and people will still find something wrong with you. LeBron James, NWO, nigga with an opinion. He basically exposed the National Football League for their slave master mentality. So what they tried to do was come up with this fake outrage from him quoting lyrics from a song written by a lame ass, cartoon ass, scary ass nigga who only talks shit when he got a gun in his hand. Okay? See, that's the problem. Like I said, you know how many times once a week I get those stupid comments that I always erase from the Mayonnaise Nation. Hey, Town, I really love your channel. I like your channel, man. You got so much knowledge of boxing and you know the sport real good. But you would have way more subscribers if you wouldn't talk about race so much, if you wouldn't attack white people the way you do or attack other man, fuck that shit. I'm not doing, man, fuck you. And what do I always tell them motherfuckers? Get your ass off my channel. And I'm going to erase that shit. I ain't changing shit. I'm going to continue to talk about racism and white supremacy in sports and in life in general. When you motherfuckers stop calling the police on black people for no fucking reason, then I'll stop. When you stop killing unarmed black men walking down the street, then I'll stop. When you stop attacking black women at McDonald's for doing their job, then I'll stop. When you start making it an even playing field for blacks when it comes to employment and housing and buying cars, then I'll stop. But until then, go fuck yourself. Okay? Until then, go to hell. Niggas always talk that lame ass shit about they don't see color. Well, how could you not see color? Real talk. I laugh. You know that's the most laughable thing. Let me tell you how fake that is when people say it's not about color. I don't see color. Well, haven't we been trained when we see a red stop sign to stop? What do they tell you? You go by the color. Don't, when we pass through traffic, we have to see color? Because technically the green light tell us to go, the yellow tell us to slow down or hurry up and pass through the light, and the red tell us to stop until the light turn green. So easy debunked. So how the fuck you don't see color? Man, get the fuck out of here with your fake mannerisms and your fake narratives and shit and your fake quotes. It is all about color. Don't, when we park at the supermarket, we look for a blue sign that's for the handicap that tell us not to park there? How do we identify color? Real talk. Man, this is genius. But I'm just showing you how smart I am. But that's real talk. So how the fuck it ain't about color, man? Of course people see color. You mean to tell me when you see Adrian Broner, he don't look look different from your mother or your father or your brother or whatever the case may be? He don't look really? Isn't how we identify people, how the police, when they're searching for a so-called suspect, don't they tell you we're looking for a black male or a white male or a Hispanic male? So how isn't it about color? Y'all like coon ass niggas need to stop talking that bullshit. But do you keep hoeing for subs and shit, and I'm gonna keep pulling y'all whole cards. Y'all some bitches, man. Real talk, man. This town business, man. I'm out.